So sitting with the kids, one of the things it's easy to communicate because I was the bad kid in school. And I've struggled a long time. I didn't get sober overnight. I struggled hard for 10 years. And what's crazy about addiction is it's the only disease you'll ever have where your mind will tell you that you don't have it. It's crazy. It's awful. So I totally can relate to these kids when they tell me, yeah, this happened to him, but but I do it different. Well, Billy drinks vodka and then he drives and his car's faster. I mean, the stuff, the equations they come up with is insane. I never thought I'd be sitting in front of a movie camera talking about why I want to help keep your kids drug and alcohol free. This would be a joke if you played it to my high school principal 20 years ago, because I was the problem kid in the school. I didn't attend an event at the school that didn't involve alcohol. Period. And now you fast forward to here and we're trying to make a difference, and it's making a difference. So people don't, when they try to explain, I'll sit down with parents and they'll say, why can't he stop? Why can't she just not do that? And man, I wish it was that easy. I can't tell you how many times my parents looked at me and said that. And I'm not the clinical guy, I'm not the doctor, but I do understand enough of this not to be dangerous. And here's the reality. We've got two parts of our brain, and our addiction resides in our survival part, meaning that just like I don't think about having to, when I put my hand in fire, I pull back. I do not go through a logical process to say, okay, this hurts, this burns, move my hand. My body does it instinctively. Addiction rests in that same part of the brain, meaning that I never have an opportunity to give it some conscious thought to say no. So when parents say, why don't they just say no? The reason is because it never makes it to the top of the brain where the logical thought process resides. What we try and do is get them to understand what recovery provides is a mechanism of a pause. So the thought always comes. There will be a time today that I may think about drinking, or tomorrow, certainly within the next week. But I can separate the thought of drinking from the action of drinking because I've taken it from that base brain to the other brain, and I can apply some logical thought. Oh, if I do this, this is going to happen. This doesn't work. Okay, bad idea. Let's do something else. In the beginning, I didn't know that. It just stayed down. I thought of it. Next thing you know, I was drinking. I never made the decision. I was just doing it. And what happens is you get to a point, it's called addiction for a reason. You cannot stop. I can't tell you how many times the jail's the best example. I'll have 48 guys on any given day, and 25 of them will say, I never was going to be my father. I was never going to be my mother. I was never going to be my uncle. I saw this, I experienced that, and here they are. They end up in the exact same spot, even though they saw the worst thing happen. It's not an easy thing.